Oh my god, it sounds horrible. Oh my god. It sounds a lot better than it did a few minutes ago. Alright guys, so I'm actually doing a voiceover recording. Well, I'm going to talk for you for a few minutes about the board, what I did before we do a sound test, because this board was very loud and clacky before I modded it. Now, I thought if I added some stuff to it, like in the video have you seen, foam and stuff, I did it myself. But then I found out after I did the video and everything, Drop actually has a foam kit for this. So I will buy it and maybe do another separate video for that. But I added as much as I can to this board to make it sound damped, because it was just all metal and clacky and loud. So I do have, of course, the poison gas tactile switches. This one right here, the K, is the Hipio linear switch, and it is lubed. I lubed it. And this is a pre-lube switch from the company Kinetic Labs, and I add extra lube. So you're going to hear lube with extra lube that I did. Linear Hipio switch, and then the regular tactile, the company lubed it. So here we go. Here's their switch. This is poison gas tactile switch from Kinetic Labs. And I feel like the tactile, I wanted the poison gas just to match a theme, but I might go to the Hipio linears and switch them all out, because I don't like it loud and clacky, and I don't want to lube all these switches. I just really don't, so I'm just going to switch them all. So this is the tactile poison gas switch. This is from the company that's lubed. This is the linear Hipio switch that I lubed with extra lube, because it is lube, but I added more. Wait. Sounds a lot better. And then this is a poison gas tactile switch with their lube from Kinetic Labs, but I added more lube myself. So I can hear the difference from my lube and then the company's, because they put very light lube and I put a little extra more. And then this is the Hipio linear switch lube. I think it just sounds so much better. So the whole board actually has regular tactile, poison gas tactile switches that are pre-lubed, lightly lubed. Like, I'm talking very light. So we're gonna do a sound test right now. We'll do the stabs, of course, first. I had to use a lot of lube with the syringe, pretty much quite a bit, because these were just very bad. I can buy new stabs that come with the separate, that go with this board, but it's okay, it sounds a lot better. So when I do switch out, I'm all linear switches, Hipio, and we'll do that right after the sound test. It's gonna sound much better. So here they are, poison gas tactile switches, light lube. So these are the stabs. They sound a lot better. Spacebar sounds 10 times better. I had to add a lot of lube to it. So here we go. Here's a typing test. If you guys like that sound, then that's great, but I'm not too fond of it. I'd rather have the Hipio linear switch in here. Tactile. It's just more loud and clacky, but between the PC board and the plate, there's still a gap, so I can add foam in there that comes with it separate, so I might do that for a separate video, but it doesn't sound too bad. It could sound way worse. It did sound really bad before I put anything in it, and I had to put a lot of packing foam in this board. So this board runs for $250, and I got it on sale for $99. I think $99 is a good spot. I think $250 is way overpriced since it doesn't have any gasket mounts or any foam or any kits. But the kit does come separate. So if it's $99 plus $30, so you're looking at $130. So honestly, but the regular price is $249 plus $30, so you're looking at almost tax $300. That's quite a bit for this board. But it just depends, you know, if you add everything in it and stuff. Now the thing is, I really like the board. It's really, really heavy duty. RGB looks stunning and the yellow looks great, especially with the Cyberpunk thing I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna switch out. I'm gonna put all linear switches in here. Alright, so I did switch out the switches, and these are linear switches. I did put the linear switches in the stabilizers part, these stabs, but they sound too deep because there's so much lube in the stabs. So I just left the poison gas on here. So the only thing about this is the RGB is not shining through as much because the top housing on the switches, the linear switches, it does block the RGB a lot more, so the RGB doesn't shine through as the top. So I will probably definitely switch these out later and get some clear top housing switch and just completely put all these switches in it and then put these back. But for now, it sounds a lot better. It's not so clacky with the tactile. But these are the poison gas switches right here for the stabs. And it sounds pretty good, but when I put the linears in there, it sounds really deep because there's so much lube on the stabs. So as you can tell right here is where I have the poison, because I ran out of this poison switch. I ran out of the switches, the Hipio switches. So the poisons are right here, you can tell, and yeah. And I kind of like that sound because when I'm in tactile, I like it, but when I was playing games, even Cyberpunk on this, I can feel this roughness bump. This is more smooth. Plus the Hipios, the springs are shorter than the poison gas, so it's less, you know, it's faster response. So yeah, these are. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. I think it sounds good, but I am definitely going to switch them all out, and I'm going to get these Cane White V linear switches from Kinetic Labs. Maybe, you know, maybe in a couple weeks. I'm going to have to get, well, it's only 20 bucks. So yeah, I'll probably get them next week. And they're all clear, so the RGB will shine really through. Because honestly, it's not a big deal about the RGB, but on this board, I would like to see some RGB because it looks pretty cool. But I still got the RGB on the sides, and as you can see on the camera, it picks up a lot of hot spots right here. That's the only thing that's not really diffused pretty good. So other than that, it still looks good. I think the board, you know, it's just, there's a lot of things about the board. Now the software, I don't know if there's any software. I'm trying to use the FN to turn up the brightness and everything, and it's not working. I have no idea why. That's one problem. So I feel like there's some negatives and there are some pros and cons about this board. For $250, I think it's just way overpriced. There's no ping. I mean, it's solid because I put so much stuff in it. So anyways, yeah. And honestly, I like that. Because I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that, honestly, especially for gaming. Now, if I'm just using it for, like, you know, typing and just browsing and whatever, work or whatever, it's not a big deal. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Would you pay $100 for this keyboard? I feel like $100 for this keyboard is worth it. But $250 with no foam, no nothing, and you have to buy the foam, that's so expensive. But drop keyboards are very expensive anyways. They go up to $400 to $300. It just depends. So yeah, I do like it that there's two USB Type-C ports on each side, so either one you want. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, all right guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys later.